Hi everyone, and welcome to the Soul Santa Network. My name is Jasmine Turner, and we're broadcasting to you from the Black History Museum and Cultural Center of Virginia. Boy, do we have some fun today, and we have a special guest who's coming. But wait, I think I hear something. Is that who I think it is?
Here I am.
Oh my goodness, look everybody, it is the Soul Santa. I am super excited that you are here.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, how are you doing?
Doing well,
Are you excited for the biggest day, the best day ever?
Yes, ma'am, I truly am.
Oh my goodness, you all, Soul Santa is here, taking a little bit of a break from all the Christmas preparations to visit us. And I just want you to tell everybody about getting ready for Christmas. How do you feel?
I'm glad to be here this year. I'm sorry that we can't be in company with each other, but I've set up my Santa Soul Network so that you can see me virtually and to keep us all safe at the same time.
The Soul Santa Network, a very great thing to have. And I know that you don't have a lot of time, so we will obviously be very respectful of that. But of course, I have to ask you a few questions. This is the Soul Santa Network after all. So my first question is, what do you like the most about being Soul Santa? What's the best part of it?
I like to see the joy and the smile that I bring to the children's face so that I can say, hey man, it really makes my heart warm inside when I see those precious faces smiling and just all the joy that I bring.
There's nothing like a whole lot of joy in life, and you surely do bring a whole lot of smiles to people's faces, and we thank you for that. My next question is about how you get all of those presents, and it's a lot of presents because I have a bonus daughter, and there's a lot of presents that somehow come out and they just end up under the tree. How do you get all of them to my house?
Well, I have a lot of help. I have a lot of elves, and they got a whole lot of hands. Their hands will work faster than mine. Then I find out who's been naughty and who's been nice. Then I, in turn, just go to my elves, and they say, Santa, what we have to do? And I say, look, this is the list. This is the naughty list. This is the nice list. But hopefully every child will be on the nice list at the end.
Yes, and then we can have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I sure do wish I had a couple of elves to help me stay organized. I bet that's fun.
I think we all wish we had a couple of elves.
Soul Santa, we know that you're very busy and you do a lot of traveling and a lot of working. So what do you do to stay healthy?
Well, first of all, I take my time out and try to run with the deer, with the reindeer. Try to run.
You run?
That's what Santa tries to run. But usually I just walk with them. We exercise every day. I eat healthy. Got some elves that make me some little healthy snacks here and there. And then sometimes I just walk around, ho, 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 so that I can work out my cardio all at the same time.
And I think we have one elf that's going to show us how to make one of those healthy snacks you're talking about.
And I hope you'll try one.
Let's take a look.
Thank you, Jasmine and Soul Santa. I'm in Soul Santa's kitchen all by myself, so I don't have to wear my mask. So I can get started right here with Santa's favorite snack. It is a little reindeer peanut butter boat. So these are really easy. Santa can put these in his bag when he needs that quick energy while he's driving. So you start with a stalk of celery, and of course you're going to need your grown-up to help you with the cutting. So you're going to cut off the ends, and then you're going to divide your celery into about 3 parts to make your boats. You're going to take a little bit of peanut butter and fill it up, and then we're going to add some googly eyes. Now these are edible googly eyes, and you can find them in this little bunch of sprinkles. So they're the googly eyes, and then you have some other sprinkles that you can use. Can you tell these were left over from Halloween? We use everything at Santa's workshop. Then you use some pretzels. You start with a whole pretzel. You're going to break it in pieces to make his antlers. We stick those antlers in, and we finish off with a little red candy dot for Rudolph's bright, shiny nose. Now we're going to make another one of Santa's favorites because he likes fruit. So Soul Santa says, strawberries are my favorite. So we're going to start with a whole strawberry. We're just going to cut it off. And then we're going to use a toothpick. Now I found the type with the little curly end. And we're going to stack this up. So we're going to start with a mini marshmallow and bring it all the way up to the top. We're going to add our strawberry, a slice of banana, and a green grape. And we come up with the little Grinch Santa Claus fruit kebabs. Now, Santa has a sweet tooth, and we always have to have a few treats around. So we cooked up a pan of brownies, and then we cut them on very thinly on a triangle. So we just cut back and forth to make that triangle shape. Now, once you have that shape, you have two options of things you could do. You could make a Rudolph or brownie, or you could make some Christmas trees. So for the Rudolph brownie, we just use a little bit of chocolate frosting, just a little. That's probably my size right there. Again, we're going to add those googly eyes. We're going to put the red nose on for Rudolph. We take the little candy canes, we break the tip off of them, but don't throw them away. We're going to use them one more time. And then we just stick the antlers right in and have a sweet treat for Santa. To make the other sweet treat, we're going to make the little Christmas tree. So we take the same triangle brownie, but this time we found some red frosting in a can. So we just squirt some of that on, and a little green frosting in the can, and make any kind of decoration you'd like to make on your little Christmas tree. We can top it off with a peppermint. We could use the bottom that we broke off of the antlers and stick it in. And of course, we always could use some peppermint crushes or some Christmas sprinkles. And there you have a wonderful spread of fun Christmas snacks. Thanks, and back to you, Jasmine.
Well, thank you so much. All of those snacks look so good. I think I definitely want to try the kebabs. But Santa, we talk all the time about singing during Christmas time. There are a lot of different carols. Can I sing one for you? Or maybe just like a few lines of one. Okay, you know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Everybody will have to fill in the rest of that. I love to sing Christmas carols. What is your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite song is Jingle Bells.
Oh, that's a good one. I bet a lot of people might like that one too, right?
Yes, they would. Yeah, I like to hear the bells ringing as I'm on the sleigh going through the night, just reminding me of what's ahead.
And what's ahead, what's to come. That is awesome.
Jasmine, I like to hear from a few friends of mine out there, and I want to ask them a few questions and see how they respond.
That sounds exciting, Soul Santa.
All right, boys and girls, now it's time for me to hear from you. Do you like singing Christmas songs? How about spreading a little joy throughout the year, throughout this season, spreading it through your neighborhood, your community, your friends? Somebody might just need to hear that voice from you that'll spark their day. Just keep singing and make somebody's holiday. Merry Christmas. I'm so happy that I see that a lot of you like to sing. Now I have another question for you. Have you followed instructions at home and at school from your parents and your teachers? This also is a yes or no answer. But remember, I'm gonna find out. No matter what you say, yes or no, I'll know whether you've been naughty or you've been nice. I've seen some of those responses from my last question. Here's my next question. There are so many fun things to do during the holiday season. If you had to pick one, what would you say is the most fun thing about the holidays? A, spending time with family and friends. B, giving and receiving presents. Or C, decorating the tree. I can only imagine what some of your response is going to be, but I think I know which one's going to be the most. So we have a happy holiday season. Well, as I looked at some of the answers that came in, it looked like we had a lot of good boys and girls out there this year. And it seemed like they're waiting for the holidays.
They're gonna have a fun-filled Christmas, so many good things for them. But one thing that I always enjoyed about this time of year is hearing or even reading a story. And I would love to actually hear a Christmas story today if we can.
Well, I have a special guest just for you, Jasmine. They're coming along with a Christmas story, especially for you.
Ooh, maybe I know this person. Let's see.
Hi everyone, welcome into Soul Santa Network. My name is Mikea Turner. I'm an evening anchor here at NBC12 and I'm really excited to join you today. The book I'll be reading, it's called The Day Santa Got Sick and it's written by Deanne Samuel. So let's dive right in. On the day before Christmas, Santa got sick. Mrs. Claus made him some hot tea with honey and he stayed in bed sniffling and coughing and sneezing all day. Ove, thought Santa, I've never missed a Christmas day. He pondered and he wondered what to do in all the different languages that he knew, but no solution came to mind. So he asked Mrs. Claus, Coretta dear, who will drive my sleigh tonight? Oh no, said Mrs. Claus. Rollicking reindeer, said Rudy, who heard Santa as he passed by his room. Bouncing bells, said the elves. Why don't we just ask our helpers, said Mrs. Claus. Fantastic idea, said Santa. Maybe we can find a hard-working elf to do the job. Well, Mrs. Claus made the big announcement on the toy room floor. The elves clapped, the reindeer leapt, and the snowman sprang with joy. What an exciting chance this was going to be for everyone. Rudy Reindeer was first in line. Okay, Rudy, said Santa. I'm going to ask you just one question. Rudy nodded his head. How would you place all the regalos around the Christmas tree? Well, Rudy looked at his hooves. Oh no, he didn't have fingers. How would he open the sack? Sorry, Santa, said Rudy in a sad voice. So Rudy and all the other reindeer had to get out of line. The snowman who guarded the North Pole was the next one to step up to Santa. Hello, Mr. Snowman. Hello, Santa, he replied. My question for you is, how would you deliver the toys to all of the hot countries like Jamaica, Japan, Thailand, Togo, Ethiopia, and Ecuador? A frozen tear slid down the snowman's face. Oh, Santa, he wailed. I wouldn't be able to do that. I would melt clean away. And he too walked out of the line. So Santa has no luck right now with these helpers, you guys. So let's see what happens. Now the only ones left were the elves. Elvin the elf stepped up to Santa's couch. Okay, Elvin, how would you know which little girl or boy should get a present? Elvin felt his stomach give a strange turn. Most people didn't know this, but elves couldn't read. They were extraordinary toy makers, but they hadn't had time to go to school. So all the elves also had to leave the line. All of them but one. I suppose I could lead your sleigh this night, said Coretta Claus. But what about me? Whispered a little girl elf. The Clauses looked around and saw Ella Elf, who they never noticed before. I know how to read, Ella said. I can help with the list of girls and boys. There she goes. Everyone in the room looked on in anticipation. Of course you can help with the names, Mrs. Claus said excitedly. I will carry the sack and we can both deliver the presents together. All of Santa's helpers were so relieved that Christmas would not be canceled this year. So that night, the snowman and all of the elves helped pack up the sleigh. Ella Elf made sure the list of boys and girls was organized, and Mrs. Claus hooked up the reindeer for the long night ahead. Ella's heart was filled with rainbows and butterflies. She would be going on an amazing adventure with Mrs. Claus, all because she learned how to read. See the benefits of knowing how to read and just doing well in school? Santa waved a hopeful goodbye as the sleigh took off into the dark, starry sky. Mrs. Claus and Ella delivered gifts to Johnny and Deshawn, to Mingshu and Bo, to Jomo and Jamiyu, and Daria and Dorada. And finally, the sleigh returned to the North Pole early the next morning. Santa's heart burst with pride when he saw that Ella and Mrs. Claus delivered all the gifts. "Amazing!" shouted the elves. "Ajabu!" said Santa. "Fantastic!" roared the snowman. From that time on, Mrs. Claus and Ella Elf traveled with Santa every Christmas. And forevermore, when you look into the sky on Christmas Eve, you may see Santa, Coretta, and Ella guiding the sleigh well into the night. Hope you enjoyed this book. Thanks again for joining us.
That was a great story, and it was not only a reminder about teamwork, but it also emphasized the importance of reading. Reading is so great to do, and it's something you can do with your family or by yourself. But Soul Santa, we know that you are going to have to go soon, but before you go, we'd like to hear if you maybe have some special advice or message you want to share with everyone.
Well, I'd like for everybody to be kind to one another this year. Lend a helping hand to those who are in need. Be able to just bring a little spark to someone's life that may be having a miserable day. And always just remember, being kind to everyone that you see so that they can be kind to you. And I would wish everybody to have a happy holiday.
Beautiful. Kindness is key, and so is joy. You can help bring joy to someone's life as well. We know that you're very busy, so we thank you all for tuning in to the Soul Santa Network, and we want to say happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone out there.
Happy holidays.